to everyone who won the raffle. And that is the end of our tournament. Thank you, good night. So obviously we've got a lot of prizes to get out, but we've got a few kind of notes and thank yous and stuff to say. So, first of all, I'm going to say on behalf of Tom and I, because traditionally I'm the gobby one in this partnership, thanks to all of you guys, thanks so much for coming and supporting this event. We very much set out to create a themed kind of event, and there's themed events in the past where they're really good, they're written really well and everything, and then you end up playing 6 games of SPG and you kind of lose sight of it. We really wanted to ram down your throats that it was about the Palantir. So going throughout the game, it seemed to work well, and seeing lots of little Palantirs around the place and stuff, and it was cool. So thank you for getting on board with that. I know it was a very strange system with like the group stages and doubles and the knockout thing, and the army section. It was all a bit weird, but we didn't. When we set the rules back out, we were like, we're going to get so many questions about this, and they're going, this is terrible. But no one said anything, and everyone seemed to really get on board with it. So thank you for that. We hope you enjoyed it, and I don't know, maybe we'll see some other events like that with the cup and stuff or something. But yeah, cheers for that. Thanks to you all so much for getting on board and doing the themed armies. That is amazing. Give yourselves a round of applause for that. The whole thing, oh, you could still break this, you could still take, Moria with Shamans and Goblin Town, and no one did. And we didn't enforce that, and you all did that, and it's awesome. And it's really great to see the kind of community getting on board in the spirit of the event, and that means a lot to us. And I know we said this in the pub last night, but some people were there. There was not a single Shaman here, which showed us love. No Goblin, Orc, or River Shaman. So well done for that. You got it. So cheers for that from us. We do have. He is good about it, isn't that Fury? Yeah. No one, when you deploy Goblin Shaman, no one's worried about mobilise, are they? We do have some thanks that we want to say before we hand out prizes. Firstly, thanks to everyone who turned up early yesterday and helped us set up. There were lots of you here, more than we expected. People were sending us messages, so cheers for that. Details are it's much appreciated and helps us to facilitate everything. You will probably know this as Titans War Games Club, and this weekend the Titans had the weekend off. Damian literally pissed off to, where is he? Belgium? He's on tour dressed as a panda, isn't he? Yeah, he's in Belgium. So Chris was having the weekend off, but Chris and Damian gave us so much help and support throughout this on things like the venue, hiring, the rules pack stuff. Scenery, yeah. So, and just support and opening up yesterday. So we couldn't have done this without you, so can we hear it first? We're now going to do what Americans do at the end of the cinema and clap people who aren't here. So throughout the weekend you had very outstanding catering services. Fallon's not here, but I'm sure she's going to watch the video because she's weirdly into nerds. And if you can give it up for Fallon, please, for the... And give it up today for Emma, who won't watch the video. And on that subject, a round of applause to Emma and Lily for baking. Yeah. Make sale of a wargaming event went surprisingly well. So we've got 4 bits of cake left for 50p if you want them. It's not got hard sitting out for 2 days now. And yeah, also we'd like to thank Lily for running the amazing quiz last night. That was top fun, and I think the questions really encourage people of intelligence, that kind of thing. So you needed to be very smart to win that bit, I think, and sexy. Nah. But yeah, cheers, Lily. I don't know if you guys picked up on this, but there were 7 rounds with 7 questions each. Yeah, it's like the plan. Yeah, so cheers for that. That was awesome and a fun addition. If you got a Palantir, a marble, it's not a marble, marble on base, you get to keep that. Yeah, so if you have got one of those, you get to keep those little things there. And also, we wanted to give a small award, spoilers, to the best grabby thieves who got the most. And there was actually a tie. There was a tie of the quality of thief we have around us. And that was between the cult of Double Dragon.
Oh, no.
It's not a cult. Sorry. And David Nolan and Michael Romby, who both ended the day with 3 Palantirs. Stay where you are. Right, that's why it's going to get trickier.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So that's 6, which is half of them just between you. The dragon holding 3. Also, if you got one of these, you're obviously awesome because you're victory theme the army, and you get to keep that. Try and convince people you can use it in the games. We'd also like to say well done to everyone who made objectives, who got on board with that. We went around and gave everyone Freddo for that, so cheers. There were some really awesome Palantir themed objectives about, and 2 incredibly awesome objectives from Chris, which were really, really good, so cheers for that.
Before we go any further then. One for you.
Got me here and here. Thanks, Chris, they're awesome. I got you too, which is better.
I agree.
Cool. So I think, we didn't talk about this, but I think that's it. If we've missed anyone huge or chronic or anything, I'm very, very, very sorry.
To huge people that you may have missed, obviously the people that organised this entire tournament, so can we hear it?
Thank you very much, you're all very sweet.
Are these the photos I sent you?
Yeah.
They're still going strong?
Oh yeah, we didn't actually eat them all, that was just a joke. This box of Freddos was actually donated by Billy. Thanks for cool. Yeah, those are all the little bits, thanks so much for that. And so we are on to the main prizes. And awards. Well, there's some smaller prizes.
Is it in the box?
You go for it.
Okay, so first prize that's going up, we know the winners of these ones, but it was the champion of the arena. So how many heroes? We had 48 heroes to start with.
Your maths
The
now.
top 2 were both dwarves. The runner-up was Shield Bearer, it's JT Noble. Okay, and the winner of the arena with Gloin is Sean Wyman.
Okay.
Good, cheers.
Okay, so on to the pub quiz, which was fiendishly difficult. We have quite a few winners. The winners of the pub quiz on a tie with the other team, and they won because they were marginally closer to the number of words in the Lord of the Rings. The winners are Damian O'Byrne, Steve Crow, James Clark, Theo Howard, Fallon, not here, Jay Finnegan, that's it.
I think that's it. Okay, so we were trying to encourage people to do cool things throughout this, and we wanted to award people who've gone to that extra bit of effort. No one knows about this prize because it was something we decided to do kind of on the spur of the moment. And there were a few people who really got into the spirit of everything and to do the army and the fancy dress and everything. And there was one that we were really impressed with. So we have an award for the best dragon-themed cult. And it took us a while, but we have decided to give this to Fran and Will because they had all the black dragons in your arm. No, this is going to James and Jamie for their outstanding efforts with the robes and the insanity and the ring of fire and for coming so very nearly last.
Flying Fredos.
Just go back to you. I'm only allowed to. I have to do that just this one. Alright, so the next one is the award for the best fancy dress, which we have dubbed Most Fabulous. And this was tough because lots of people got really into it. But we decided to split it, actually. So we've got thank you to everyone, and I'm sure some of you will be disappointed. Some of you wore dresses for no good reason.
Perfectly good reason.
What fancy dress?
Yeah.
Bank holiday.
Yeah.
So we're going to split it, and the first one we're going to give it to is James Ale the Young Clark. Even though he wasn't really, even though he wasn't really wearing a fancy dress.
He wasn't wearing anything.
Sorry. He mainly snuck it for his commitment, because he was looking like a moron for the entire day. And the second one I'm going to give it to, again for the dedication, the extra mile. We've only got one certificate, so if only there was some entity that we could give it to, so we are giving it to the cult of Double Dragon. There you go. Bag of letters.
Yeah.
What's this?
Oh.
Cool. So we now come to Best Painted Army.
Thanks, James.
Thanks everyone who voted. Quite a few of you got votes, which is great. Quite a lot of you got quite a few votes. There was a joint second place, and I'm going to name them anyway, just because it's nice to know that you got quite a lot of votes. And the joint second place were Hector and Godolphin.
Hey.
And Theo and Rich.
The line over,
But the standout winner with the Battle of the Five Armies force is Steve Crow and Jay Finnegan.
Oh, he could have just won the raffle.
Yeah, you might as well put someone back.
Congratulations. That's a calendar and 5 calendar for the rest of the year and 5 nice posters.
Okay. So the last of the awards before we move on to big ones. This is the most honourable team. Again, loads of you got votes, which is absolutely great. Everyone was playing in the spirit. There was one team that just snuck it with quite a lot of votes, though, and that's Tom Macklin and James Ball.
And your prize for this is, obviously a friend, but your prize for this is £10 of store credit, courtesy of JT. If you go and have a chat with him, he'll do it wrong. Okay, so we are going to get to the. Are we doing the? Okay, so we're now on to a cool bonus prize. As we said yesterday, Jamie Gibbon very kindly donated this full retail price version of the Escape from Goblin Town. Give it up to Jamie. £80, it's an awesome prize, and we wanted to give it to something cool. Something we didn't have this planned, we didn't know what we were going to give it to. It was something that really caught our eye over the weekend, or like James yesterday. But something different, or I don't know, something cool. And we thought long and hard about it, and there were a lot of contenders, but in the end, we have decided to give it to Kieran and Larry for getting the worst army I have ever seen into the Palantir Cup. It's an army that should win no games and somehow managed to get into the cup, at which point I think it's fair to say they were found out. Yeah, bottom of that one. Yeah.
3 straight losses once we got in.
In terms of getting into the spirit of things, you did outstanding. It's exactly the sort of thing we're after, and so I guess you take it home and take half the pieces each. So, with that, we go on to the first of the actual Palantir. These are the real shinies. So, the first one we're going to award is the most heroic act. This was awesome. We had loads of these throughout the weekend and they were great, and we're dismissing some of them that could have won it just because there were so many awesome other ones. But we thought we've got some honourable mentions and some of these are quite funny. So we thought we'd go through some of these reviews. So we have, this is a late entry from Anna and Olaf, which was Slippy G, the Goblin Warrior, engaged the High King Gilgalad after passing 2 courage tests. He then won the fight on a 6, then rolled 6/6 to wound him. Fate was not shining on the Elf Lord as he failed his fate roll. This happened mine. We playing Mike. It says this happened, Mike. It's been.
He's a bit, yeah.
He said yeah.
Yeah, he said that, yeah.
This one was from Alistair and Stephen. After witnessing a magical onslaught in which Radagast the Brown was slain and all other heroes were stood transfixed and engaged by the Nine. This, incidentally, is because those two, the Nine, in their last game, heroic channeled with all 9 of them in the That is why they have the logo. Transfixed engaged by the Nine. Ori, youngest of the company, brought up his slingshot and with precise dead aim navigated the race's magical defence, vanishing the fell spirit. What that means, translated from Kieran into English, I believe didn't Ori, what did he hit on a 6?
Double six.
Hit on a 6, hit the Wraith.
No, two sixes with his 2 shots.
Yeah,
gone.
Gone. Tales of Ori OP will be told throughout the generation. And then something like sixes were required for all of these. So that's pretty awesome. This one's cute, it's called Dorry's Day. In 2 consecutive rounds, Dorry single-handedly beat Aragorn in combat. Morale destroyed, Aragorn then fled from the table. I liked this. This was Lily did this, I think. Yeah, Lily did this. Boromir in combat killed Achilles. Tariel then runs over and smashes Boromir in one turn. Actually, that's true love. Smashes Boromir in one turn. This one is, the team name is Barrels, I don't know who that is. Bill was in the first game. Bill just stayed in the river for the entire game, picked up the Palantir and rode it off the wall. That was pretty cool. I don't know which team this is from, but I'll just read it as written. Fire charged into Galadriel. She won the fight and wounded our mighty dragon with her bare hands. Don't know who that was from. Sad face, yeah. Radagast resisted the magical will of the Nine, then went on a rampage, killing 3 and the Witch King. That's from Sean and James again. This one's from Tom and James. Whilst heroically scouting behind enemy lines, a lone warrior of the dead tragically confused himself with a dead marsh spectre and drowned in the river. It wasn't that heroic, really. That was from Tom and James. And a dwarf ballista hit an elf who then went straight into a rock wall and stood up and brushed off the dust. Because he was nailed. So that was from Hector Godolphin. And so we come to the winner, which I'm not going to lie, we had yesterday. And we had it as our front runner and nothing got it, because this is truly exceptional. This was from Tom White and Richard Clammer. And in the Save the Stone scenario, so the one where there's the army in the middle, and they have to be wiped out. After an onslaught from Aragorn and the Elvish twins, in which Prince Imrahil was slain, one lone man-at-arms, with the aid of his knight in shining armour, faced off against Elladan, the leader of the attacker's force. With a lovely fluff of Elladan's rolls, the knight knocked the Elvish lordling to his knees, and the man-at-arms avenged his fallen comrade, I think, and pierced Elladan's heart. Right? Man-at-arms kills him. That's good. What that doesn't tell you is that the man-at-arms was the last defender left alive. So if Elladan charges in and kills him, they win the game. He fights him off. He then kills Elladan, and in that killing their leader, I believe, and wins the game for them. That is absolutely spectacular. So the award for most heroic act is going to Tom White and Richard Clammer, but we do need to know whose model it was. It was Richard's. So the award for most heroic act goes to... Congratulations. Good luck.
So.
Okay, we're on to the next Palantir, which is the best themed army. So it's a choice between 5.
You should know if you're nominated.
We had a really hard choice. We tried to think of everything that people have done over the weekend as well, and you know, if they've done objective markers, or if they've dressed up, or if they've conversions, etc, etc. It was a horrible decision to make, and we could have given it to, well, not just the 5 that were in the final, but we had a shortlist of about 10, 12, and all of them could have won it. But the people we gave it to, in the end, are Tom Macklin and James Baldwin.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, thanks for getting into the spirit of it, everyone. That was really odd. The fact that it was such a tough choice is a credit to you all. So the next one, the first of the tournaments. We are going to be giving out the prize for the wooden axe. And obviously there is there's a run. Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? There is a runner-up for this as well. So the defeated finalists in the wooden axe. It was actually a draw in the game. Yeah. So we decided that the only fair way to sort it out was an Aragorn. Because they both had Aragorn, so the 2 Aragorns scrapped in the middle of the field and both reduced each other to 1 wound, no fate. And eventually, Tom Macklin and James Baldwin's Aragorn fell. And so they are the runners-up of the wooden axe. It's actually plastic. This is outstanding. So, the winners of the wooden axe, it won't surprise you if you were watching the tables because you know who was playing it, but what may surprise you, the point of this format, as opposed to a Swiss ranked tournament, was that on the last day, the only way you could win is by winning all 3 of your games. Yeah? You have to win your quarterfinal, win your semi-final, and win the final. So if you slipped up, you were gone, right? And the awards for it, the winners were Chris and Gary. Okay? But before you clap them, what's important to tell you is that there was a team missing this morning, so they got a bye in the first round. When they were playing against me, actually we recorded it as a loss, and afterwards realised that we hadn't been rolling to win the game, so we gave them some dice and they rolled a 1 in the spirit of sportsmanship. So they had a rescinded result for that one. And then in the last round, against Tom and James, we just told you, they got a draw, and then Aragorn won. So they have won the wooden axe without winning a game. We upped them wisely. Yep, cheers. Thankfully, that's the kind of nonsense
the game we played, we actually played a game in the round we got a bye. We still lost that.
Okay. So in the last round, in the Palantir play, there were 2 teams playing for the Palantir, which is an outstanding.
Oh, Gary's got a head off, guys.
Last one. Cheers, lads.
So I don't think there's ever been as tense 9th to 10th place off at all in the last game. But sadly for them, the unlucky losers, and a great tournament, they got out of the group of death into this Palantir play. But it's Acknowledgments and Markstone.
Thank you. Oh, yeah.
It's Jim Davidson building. Have a look at this bit.
Thank you.
It is, isn't it? It's really creepy.
But the winners, the Palantir play, is Callum Edens and James Watt.
Yeah, Callum's open the move because after he only went, I'm going to do a decent thing and let James do it. He's like, that's too. I think God. Let's not forget they did essentially come ninth. The main event! Yeah. And I think one of the things I was happy about main event was playing in the final, we knew that someone was going to win the event who'd never won an event before in the GBHL, which is what we were hoping for with this. So that was awesome.
Yeah, both teams had a great run to the final. And it was always going to be sad to see one of the teams lose, given that neither of them had won an event before. But just picked in the final is Hector and Godolphin. The winner overall, pulled through by somebody who's never even attended a British Hobby League event before in his life. But finally, thanks to the help of his partner, GBHL James Clark can actually win an event. And Jay Acharya is also won it. His first time of asking, which is amazing. So well done, guys.
That is the ending event. Thanks all so much to everyone for everything you did and getting in the spirit of it. We really appreciate it. We had a great time and we will do it again next year. We are going to, in about, I don't know, quarter of an hour, 20 minutes, we are going to Catch in the Rye to get some food and have a debrief drink. And if any of you want to join us, you're more than welcome. Cheers guys, it's been awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.